What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Arrow and Gotham and also the DCEU video. So if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated. Please do drop a like if you enjoyed the video at the end and subscribe with notifications on as well. So yes, we have had some very big information regarding that Arrow kind of Easter egg. So if you haven't been watching Arrow season 6 it's been pretty good. Not quite on the level, to be honest, of Arrow season 5, but I am really biased because I absolutely loved Josh Segarra as good old Prometheus. So I absolutely loved him in this role, and it's a real shame that we never actually got to see, him again in this season, but he is gone. But briefly, we have had a kind of a curious storyline with the Green Arrow actually having his identity almost revealed, and him having to lay low, considering he is actually the mayor of Star City. So what has happened here is that poor old Oliver Queen has had to give up the mantle for the time being, giving it up to Diggle, his second in command, and, well, he's kind of deflecting the fact that he is possibly a vigilante, and Mayor Queen actually mentions the name Bruce Wayne, saying, is Bruce Wayne, where has he been, that kind of thing. So he has a press conference and mentions the name Bruce Wayne, and it hints to him maybe being a vigilante, or maybe the ridiculous nature of the accusations in the fact that, man, this Bruce Wayne guy, this Bruce Wayne billionaire from Gotham, he's not going to be a vigilante. It's ridiculous that you think of me as a vigilante. Yeah, really funny there, and I absolutely loved it. Now, Stephen Amell has actually come out and said that the kind of given us the backstory as to what actually happened. So it turns out that he was at a Comic-Con kind of party, a DC Comic-Con party, and he actually pitched the idea to kind of Jeff Johns, and everyone there, and it turns out that what happened is he was supposed to speak to Jeff Johns, but it turns out in the end he spoke to pretty much the 3 people who are in charge of every single division of Warner Brothers, from comics, TV to movies, and he pitched this idea saying that it's going to cost you nothing. We can mention the name Bruce Wayne and it would open the door to absolutely everything. And what is curious is that he actually mentions that it opened the door to other possibilities. What could that mean? Now, obviously, we're not going to see Ben Affleck pop up in Arrow being Bruce Wayne. That will never, ever happen, as much as I and, well, everyone would love that to happen. But there is another Bruce Wayne. There is another Bruce Wayne from Gotham, and he is on TV. He is in the show, well, obviously, you must have guessed it by now, Gotham. So, that is obviously on Fox. We've got CW. But they have kind of had a bit of banter over Twitter when the Bruce Wayne name was dropped, and then we saw Gotham, the Twitter account, mention that Bruce Wayne has firmly been in Gotham and he's not visited Star City anytime soon. So could that mean a possible crossover with Gotham, with Arrow Gotham? I would be interested to see that going. Both shows have somewhat had a kind of a ratings dip. I think they are both at series lows at the moment, mainly because, Arrow is going forward to its 6th season. It's incredibly hard to maintain that kind of growth unless you are Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones, international TV juggernauts, which unfortunately these shows actually aren't. Albeit they are good and they're enjoyable from a comic book fan standpoint, but they're not the juggernauts like that. And seeing these two actually kind of have some sort of a crossover could only be good for everyone involved. And the question is the timing, because Gotham does seem to be a lot kind of earlier, not only in the story of Gotham in Bruce Wayne, but in kind of like the technology that's being used. So maybe in the future, maybe by season 8 of Gotham, of Arrow, and then 6 of Gotham, we could actually see this crossover. But what I would love to see, actually, is to see Bruce Wayne from Gotham pop up in Star City and visit there in his own show and maybe reference. They could do a crossover without it actually crossing over. So let me know what you think on that. Another thing is that we have a very big news from the Wrap in the fact that Black Adam could be featured in, well, could be featured in Suicide Squad 2. Now, The Rock has been attached to this for, well, almost a decade, and we never actually saw anything come of it. And now, finally, we're actually possibly seeing something come of this, of The Rock work with DC, which I'm very excited to see. And reportedly, Suicide Squad 2 will feature the squad be sent to somewhere, and they will be looking for someone of a big importance. Obviously, they would be, but something which is akin to a nuclear weapon, which is just like Black Adam. That is a person who could actually be a nuclear weapon. And what I would really like is then that leads into, of course, Shazam, where Black Adam is unleashed, and then the Wizard has to actually go and get someone to kind of take on Black Adam, and that is when they bring Billy Batson into it, and then we actually have the archaeologist that we had in the comics, his notorious villain as well, to actually face him in that movie. And what I think would be nice is if Suicide Squad are led astray by Savannah, which would be really awesome, and maybe that is the person pulling the strings behind with Amanda Waller, which, yeah, let me know what you think. Could that actually happen? Now, all of this could actually take place in the home country of Black Adam, which could be Kandak as well, which would lead into a very interesting storyline. So I think that that could quite work. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.